Okay, so the next comic coming on tonight is Helene Witt.
Yes.
Here she comes.
Yes.
Don't trip, because I only have one cast. All right, here we go.
Let me get that balloon and I'll put on the same act as he
Put on the same act.
He stole my whole act. I'm getting that balloon from back there and I'm going to go on the road with my act. Let's hear it for all the comics and our MC tonight. I shook her hand and I broke her other thumb. I'm sorry. You might be looking at me wondering, is that the love child of Barbara Streisand and Barry Manilow? I'm not. I can't be, because I'm almost their age. I'm a retired school teacher.
Yay!
I had a really tough school. I taught in New York City, and you know, you walk in the building and you see the school colors, black and blue. And like when we were young, we used to carve our sweetheart's name in the desk. These kids carved their sweetheart's name in their sweetheart. And like the second grade girls had a gang, and they used to take the milk containers off of my girls' lunch trays. That was the initiation for the gang. So I named them the half pints. The leader of the gang was the Dairy Queen. Later on Facebook, years later, she's telling me how Mr. Softy can't get it up. TMI, I was your teacher. But famous people went to my school. I'm very proud of that. A famous newscaster, 2 NFL stars, and the ATM bandit. He graduated, or he didn't graduate, but he went to the school, the ATM bandit. But it's rough when you teach in a tough school because the mayor says everything's a teachable moment. So like I'm breaking up a fight, and this kid goes like this, "He choked me terrible!" I said, "Stop, you're using your adverbs incorrectly. He choked you terribly." And like they never gave us money, the school system never gave us money for supplies. So when I was teaching measurement, I went home, I brought in my bathroom scale, my Weight Watcher scale, and my cocaine scale. Yeah. I'm only kidding. I have teachers here. My friends are in the audience. I'm only kidding. I never went to Weight Watchers. But we used to read the Dick and Jane books. There's nobody in this room as old as I am, but we used to read these Dick and Jane books, and they would go like, run, spot, run, see, spot, run, spot, run. But this is how I had to teach them how to read. Run, spot, run. Dick's got a gun. Spot is a pit bull. Run, teacher, run. And those were the 10th graders. Now they have something new. Are you ladies, do you have children who go to school and stuff like that? Well, you do, I know, and you do. They have something new. I'm glad I'm retired. It's called the Participation Trophy. Have you heard of this? Maybe somebody hasn't. In fact, I feel like I'm teaching right now because there are 2 students not paying attention. And I'm trying to teach the rest of you who did come to school to learn today. But they're sitting in the back, just like school. But I'm not getting paid anymore. I'm only kidding. Well, I'm not kidding. Anyway, what I was saying was the participation trophies. Everyone gets an award just for being there. I could have used that on my honeymoon. In fact, both of my honeymoons, because I was married twice. They participated, but very little was accomplished. Yeah, first I was married to a Jewish guy, and then I was married to a Chinese guy. People say, what's the difference? There's no difference. They're both cheap and they drive terribly. But with the Chinese guy, I had 2 New Years. I had 3 New Years. I had first you have the American New Year in January 1st, fireworks. And then you have the Chinese New Year in February, fireworks.
So true.
Thank you. Is that the student who's finally paying attention? Thank you. I'll let your mother know you improved today. That's what I try to use, the positive, you know. I like the way Johnny's paying attention. He put down his double scotch. Thank you, Johnny. That's how my second graders were. I mean, this boy, Stephen Jefferson, he had this crayon on the melting on the radiator. I said he's learning how to do crack, you know, make crack. You know, math, melting it. What do you think he was doing? Actually melting crayons? No, he was training for the big time. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, my third New Year. So then we had the Jewish New Year, and there are no fireworks. Unless you eat my Aunt Esther's potato kugel and put a lot of horseradish on it, then you have fireworks. But when I was married to the Jewish guy, it's times like these special times that I wish I was still married to him. I'll tell you why. Thanksgiving and Hanukkah came out on the same night once, and I said my mother-in-law only would have eaten dinner over once that year instead of twice. But then you go to the dating, you know, I got fixed up with this guy from this teacher in my school, and he brings me to his apartment building, and he shows me his singles ads. Now, why are you showing me this? We're on a date, and at your house, I met you on a blind date. And it says in the singles ad, loves long hikes. We were on the lobby of his building, and he pressed the elevator up, and we went up one flight. So what do you mean you like long hikes? And listen to this, he lives on Bragg Street, Brooklyn. Nothing to brag about at all with this guy. But around the corner is Knapp Street, and I think he belonged there. Going up the elevator for one flight. Take a nap. Then I met this other guy in the singles ad, and his ad said, loves romantic horse and buggy rides. Hello, you live in Sheepshead Bay, you're not Amish. Exaggerating these ads. So I'm getting older. Any of you ladies or the men who are behaving now? Anybody getting older besides myself?
Whoa.
Well, you try to have a good attitude about it, right?
Yep.
Like I'm losing my hair, but I know where it's going. It's going to my knuckles. You young ladies, you do the Brazilian and all that, right? Not me. Not me. I got the Silver Forest going on. The Silver Lake. Now, I have the varicose veins. I renamed them the Google Roadmap to Adventure. This road takes you to the Dead Sea. Getting older. But you know, you look in the mirror, you have to have a sense of humor. Like I see pound signs here, and I see exclamation points and parentheses. If you have all that on your face, I'll just lay down and send a text message on me. And like we had, you know, I live in New York, so I had these giant bags under my eyes one day, and it was during after the hurricane. I said, if they had these bags in the Rockaways during Hurricane Sandy, the F train never would have stopped running. Just put these bags right there on the Rockaways. I know. I'm in a different part of town, so I should change the joke. But what I wanted to tell you about was the nail salon I go to. Any of you go to the nail salon where you live? I know you don't live where I live, but where are the people from at your nail salon? China? You heard someone else say that. Anybody else have nail salon with the people from out of town?
Korea.
Korea. Well, I think I know where my nail salon people are from, and let me explain. Because they have 30 forms of torture. And how I know it's 30 is because they give you the little card, and if you go 10 times, you get the free one, so I write them down while they're torturing me. The other day I had another one, another form of torture. I'm telling you the truth. First of all, they're cooking something in the back. It doesn't smell like everyday food. It's like, is that mineral, vegetable? What is that? What are they cooking back there? It sounds like, you know, not sounds like, but it smells like something that maybe you have like a little pet around your house. Not saying anything, but then you have a little paper cut. They don't care. They put the Asian orange, pour it down your arm before you sleep. So you're going to hear where they're from after a while because they put napalm powder on your face. So they got the napalm, the Asian orange, they're speaking that language, talking about my cuticles. How do I know? Every other word is in a foreign language till I hear her cuticles. They're making fun of them. They're saying they're thick and they grew last week and now they're so long. Okay, I'll give you an extra tip. Anyway, I think they're from Vietnam. And I said to them one day, I didn't burn down your little village and kill your children. I marched on the war in Washington. Why are you torturing me? So when they're doing your toenails, does this happen to you, miss? They're doing your toenails, they sit you on that like throne, and they have two people. The Vietnamese have two people doing your hands at the same time, and someone's doing your feet. And they're calling my calluses clogs. They said, you belong in Holland with those thick, that's not nice. To make fun of my calluses, call them clogs. And then she gouges out my toe and cuts me like a ninja, like slashing my skin, really torturing me. Then she goes, you need a nice massage. I'm not using an accent because I can. And she puts the vibrating machine on my back. So it's like this. Then they have both hands and the feet. I have no control. And then my hands are moving, so it hurts even more. It's a lot of torture. Have you counted 30 forms of torture yet? But you get the idea. At the end, I'm afraid I'm going to slide down that vibrating massage chair with the pool and get zapped to death because of the electricity. So that's my 30 forms of torture at the Vietnamese nail salon. Thank you. So I live in New York, so I see a lot of crazy things every day. So there's this guy, and Kathy might have seen him because she works sometimes where I work, so does Lillian. And he lays in the sun all day at the corner of 33rd and 8th. He's got the life. I mean, he lays there. People bring him. Once I saw he had a cigar and a milkshake. I mean, the guy's got it made. He doesn't have the stress like you and I have. Oh, we have 45 minutes of lunch hour. You're running around. You go to the bank, make your phone calls. He just lays there all day and people bring him things. And he can eat anything. Doctor says no sugar, no bread, no, all that. This guy can eat anything out of any garbage can. He's fine. But here's what kills me. I have 14 doctors if you count the vet. 14 doctors. He's fine. He doesn't have a lot of doctors. And his public speaking, like just to stand up here. Do you know how many courses and therapy and seminars we take to be comics? Not him. He could just go in the subway and he goes, if you have a dime, a quarter, can you please give it to me? I am homeless. He's got so much chutzpah and courage. And I'm a little jealous of him, and I named him Bob. Well, thank you very much.